episode 16 of Trust the Process, brought to you by Coastal Indoor Golf. Got the whole crew back together. Just want to go ahead and give you guys a shout out. That was a nice show you guys did.
Oh, gracias.
Appreciate it. It was weird hosting for the first time. I actually didn't mind it. I liked it.
It was kind of sad, honestly. Just sitting there watching you guys just steal the thunder.
Yeah, while you were working at Chick-fil-A. So
What thunder?
I think you would much rather be with us.
Exactly. I mean, love you, Chick-fil-A, but yeah, no. I'd much rather have been recording.
Should we talk about a little like a little brief highlight on the draft, and if y'all like the Magic pick, just short 2 minutes?
Just a quick, I think Okiki is a good pick.
A project, really.
He's going to be, I wouldn't say a project, more of just like a process, and we're just
Trust the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Skylar. But it's going to be.
I mean, he's going to be out for probably his rookie year after he tore his ACL in March. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be out until I'd say probably January of next year, February.
He was key in Auburn's success in the big dance. The guy can play. I'm just sad that we don't get to see anything from him immediately.
Although it's interesting, Waltman and Hammond, they love the forwards.
Yeah, I know.
They love their forwards. And another draft pick of a forward signing, we signed Alfred Aminu in free agency to add with Terrence Ross, Vucevic, and Michael Carter-Williams. But
Ken Birch coming back.
And Ken Birch, too, late last night.
The cheapest deal I think I've ever seen in my life.
No,
I've seen 2 years, $6 million.
I've seen the mid level exception, like $1.5 million.
I was amazed by that. I was like, wow, we got him for that cheap. But hey, I'll take it. Good guy. But
I like the Bulls pick.
I was gonna say, yeah. What did you think of
Kobe White?
Kobe White.
So I he made a lot of progress in college. He's got the speed. He made a couple threes the other day from the same spot, but
he's got cool hair.
Yeah, cool hair. Yeah, it's gonna get cooler and cooler too. But he moves around with the ball really well. I think he looks a little awkward sometimes, but I think he'll get more comfortable running like a true point guard position, because he doesn't look like one kind of, but I think he can adapt to one. And I think the way the league's kind of turned into, you kind of want like a faster guy, not necessarily one that kind of moves the ball around as well. I mean,
well, yeah, you don't want a guy that's just stuck in one place. You want a guy that can be moved into 2-3 different positions, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the other team's going to throw out there. I mean, that's why we could literally see LeBron playing point guard this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is probably going to happen with what they're looking for. Because after this got Anthony Davis, they got Boogie Cousins, they got
Rondo come back?
Kuzma, Rondo came back. I mean, I can see him playing the 1, but I mean, maybe Rondo play the 1, Kuzma the 2, LeBron 3, AD 4.
Dude, make Kuzma play the 5, Rondo play the 5.
No, make Boogie play the 1. Love to see that big man.
Boogie has. I've seen him do it before. It's
for Sacramento, but not for LA. Now LeBron's on the team.
Well, yeah, this episode is kind of just like smorgasbord, if you will, because
we're trying to get more consistent with episodes.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. It's also the slowest sports day of the year.
God, there's
the day after the All-Star game. I mean,
did you watch the home run derby or All-Star game?
I don't.
No, definitely not. I was on my girlfriend.
I don't have cable, so I did not. No.
Yeah, I saw the replay of the home run derby, and then I stayed a little bit at work to watch the parts of the All-Star game.
So I heard the formatting was the coolest part.
When
with the
was
mic'd
the
up stuff.
When was the All-Star game?
Last night.
Last night? Yeah, last night.
Yeah.
On Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today being July 10th, Wednesday.
Yeah, so, it was really cool when they had Freddie Freeman mic'd up and had the earpiece. He's like, all right, guys.
Batting, right?
Yeah, he's like, all right, guys, tell me what he's about to throw. And they're like, I don't think we can contribute to that controversy. And then he's yelling at Verlander.
Right?
Yeah, he's telling Verlander they're going to tell him what he's throwing. And it was just really cool just to hear that whole interaction. And then they did it with the fielders throughout. I don't think they did it with many other batters. I don't know. I didn't watch enough of the game after that to see, but
they did it with our homeboy Yelich.
Yeah.
I saw that he didn't go in the home run derby.
Yeah,
he's
back
or whatever.
Right? I know PFT and Big Cow are happy.
I mean, Scherzer and Rendon both didn't play in the All-Star game due to resting, nagging injuries.
I mean, they're going to be so tired, those guys that contributed. The way the format is, they're just the hacks that those guys took in that derby.
I mean, Guerrero had how many? 91 home runs?
91 home runs in one night.
Wait, what?
I wish you guys could see Mike's face right now. His jaw just like fell to the ground.
Normally he looks dumbfounded, but it's exaggerated this time.
Yeah. Juice baseballs, bro.
That's
maybe that's what the sport needs, to be honest with you, but...
Well, people
I watch baseball more on a ground.
Well, that actually is an argument right now where
Yeah.
people are complaining, saying that baseballs are juice. Pitchers have been complaining. Max Scherzer actually just came out and said, just shut the hell up, basically. It's like,
Verlander critics or just...
No, just shut up. Just
in
like
general.
People complaining about like...
Everyone's using the
baseball.
same ball, yeah. Verlander's been the biggest contributor to the fire, I guess.
Which is funny because it's like, you're right. Everyone is using the same ball. And since Scherzer broke his nose, he has like a .7 ERA right now. And it's like ridiculous. It's like, wow, I mean...
Maybe they need to bring steroids back.
I mean, that's also been an argument that the best era in baseball was the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, I mean, watching Slam and Sammy and Big Mac go at each other.
Big
home run.
Mark McGwire.
Okay, yes,
Poor
Those
Mikey.
were like the two biggest people in pop culture in my world growing up.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a Cub fan, my grandpa, he would record games without the express written consent of the MLB, and I'd always have tapes of games to watch. Mark Pryor, Kerry Wood pitch, and Sammy Sosa bat with Moises Alou, and
I loved Sammy Sosa growing up.
Moises Alou was and I guess is still my grandma's favorite player just because of his funky stance.
Yeah, he did have a fun one. Him and like Jeff Bagwell and his funny stance too.
Yeah,
I like those. Alfonso Soriano had a fun stance too.
Yeah.
Mike, what about your MLB update since we're already on the topic?
Oh, yeah,
we are at the official halfway point of the MLB season.
So my AL team, the Royals, are the second worst team in baseball. I'm just trash, as y'all know already. And the Milwaukee Brewers are currently the...
Second or third? In the Central.
They are... I'm pulling up by division, let me see. By conference. They are second in the Central, but they're actually a half game back of Chicago in the Central.
Yeah, it's
Chicago Cubs, not the White Sox, for people who don't know baseball. Milwaukee is the third team in a wild card hunt. They are also a half game back of Philly, who is the second team in the wild card. The Nationals are in first place for the wild card.
Yeah, like the NL Central, all 5 teams are within 5 games of each other.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 of them have been in the NLCS for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, every other division does not... No division is close. The only one that's close would be the NL East. Atlanta, Washington, Philly are all 6.5 total difference. That's 3 teams right there. But I know nothing about baseball except the Royals going to the World Series. That was
stink.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's why we do this, because it's fun and we get to laugh at your expense.
And you probably, hopefully, you learned something.
I mean, come on, you've learned a little bit from this.
You know some of the teams now more than.
I know the teams. I know where they're all located. I just don't know players on the teams.
But do you know divisions and conferences a little bit better?
Yeah, I know. Like, if you tell me a team, I can probably name the division.
So that's good. That's a good start.
I think.
We can maybe.
Okay, well, who's in the Marlins division? What teams?
Oh crap!
I literally just looked at it.
I know.
All right, so I can spy one in this room.
In this room, Washington Nationals.
Correct.
Actually, there's 2, but you can't actually see it in that picture very well.
Let me stand up real quick.
Oh my god. For perspective, I have a Washington Nationals picture on the wall in my room.
Who the hell is in this picture?
Aerial view of the field.
Well, it's like not an aerial view. It's from the broadcast booth.
Yeah, it's from the
press booth.
Yeah. And they're actually playing the Philadelphia Phillies, which Mike can't seem to figure out, but that's okay. You can go ahead and come sit back down, Mike.
I'm not gonna.
Is he gonna guess, or is he?
No, I'm just gonna go based on what Keith is saying.
Yeah, no, it's the Phillies.
Is there another team somewhere?
No, I would not have his other team. Hickens' team.
Oh, the damn Mets.
There you go. One more.
Who else? There's one more.
Oh, okay. Probably one of the closer teams here.
Yeah.
The Braves.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. Now, should we give him another one, or should we just move on?
No,
we can
move
just
on.
move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go into since we were talking about the fish, we can talk about the jumbo shrimp who had a crappy first half of the season. finishing 29-41, just kind of mirroring their
Hold up.
affiliate.
I don't know if y'all just have ever noticed this.
It's upside down.
Yeah, I just realized the Suns logo. I'm playing a little baseball.
Oh my God, Mike!
I realized this when I was 5 or 6.
I just realized it. I'm holding. I'm like, wait, hold up.
The Phoenix Suns did the same thing on their center court for the not maybe this past year, but a couple years ago when they changed their logo. They had Suns on mid-court, so you could look at it on both sides of the court. And
I never noticed until just now holding this Jacksonville Suns.
Did you know that
baseball.
race car spelled backwards
Is
is also race car?
Yes, I did know that.
Say I.
But honestly, I did
cup,
not know
Mike.
because the visual was right in front of me.
Say I and spell cup.
No.
So that's how I learned too.
I honestly did not know that.
Except
just
I was
now.
like 5 or 6, and I had one of those bleacher cushions, and I had a huge red and blue Jacksonville Suns
That's
logo.
pretty cool.
I was
I
hooked
said
on
to my-
phonics back then.
I said to my aunt, I was like, "Look, it says Suns upside down. Isn't that neat?" She's like,
I did not know that.
"Wow, she said I'm 25,
Congratulations,
26,
Mike.
and I didn't notice either until now."
Yep, 25 years old, did not notice that until just now.
Anyway,
Cool. Even though that's no longer the logo or the name.
yeah. Well, anyway, back to the jumbo shrimp, which is not spelled like that upside down. They've started
What is
off-
it
It's a
upside
J.
down?
It's a J.
It's DWI backwards R.
Well, I was talking about the
weird
logo,
looking
asshole.
H, and an S. So, do it.
Can we?
Dudes.
Is that R? Could that be an L? Possibly.
No,
That'd be a stretch.
it'd be a weirdo. Anyways,
But they're sitting at 10-9, not a pretty record, but they are at the top of the Southern League South Division.
Only one above 500.
okay, I think that's weird. It's a Southern League South, Southern League North. I don't know. I think that's weird to me. But
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, they're not going to do West and East, I don't think.
but I mean, they could name it different.
well, it's the Southern League. I mean,
But they could have named it like, you know how the NFL National Football League,
with the American League and the National League, they're not. They're not.
I think they're...
You're thinking too deep into this.
I
This is
don't know.
minor league baseball.
That's true.
It's the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp with our buddy
Jumbo
Scampy.
Shrimp.
Oh, speaking of which, so our friend that we know Scampy personally. We won't give out his name because continuity or whatever.
Bill
But,
Nye, the science guy.
No.
Okay, sure, it's Bill Nye, but
We'll call him
he's
that.
leaving-
he sent me a screenshot the other day of one of his friends on Tinder, and it's a picture of our friend Jody. And she used the picture of us when we were at the game with her on her Tinder. But we're in that picture, but like we're with Scampy, so I was like, yeah, I made Tinder. I mean, not for me, but like
Your friend showed you that?
Yeah.
The Scampy.
yeah.
Scampy, whoever's
sent
under
me
the
that.
Scampy costume.
He's like, wow, look at that cutie, and he was talking about me. I was like, oh, thanks.
Well, I was in the picture too.
Well, no, he was talking about me. He doesn't know you butthole. Yeah,
Maybe a little bit.
yeah, but I mean the Jumbo Shrimp again. Go to a game. Go have some fun. Go watch some fireworks.
$5. Oh, did you see the app where you can get it or something and $10?
Yeah, for X amount of games or whatever.
You have unlimited games in like June or July or something. General admission or maybe
Was
for
that the
whole
one you
season.
tweeted about saying it's a good deal?
It's like $10.
Yes,
From
we tweeted it on our
from
Trusted Process
was it you or
page.
Trusted Process?
Yeah, it's like $10 a month and you get unlimited general admission games.
Yeah,
That's
which
cheap.
is dope.
It's $5 for a game.
I might as well pay 10 to get. Let's
You
go
just
3
gotta
for
make
you.
sure you go to 3. Yeah, at least 3 to
Or
get
2. I mean, 3 to
Two
get
is
money's-
even.
Yeah, 3 to get money's worth.
Mine as well. I mean, they're
Or,
fun. They're a fun time.
Technically,
Just
if
to
you
chill.
go 2 games with 2, is it? Oh, it's $10 per person.
A month.
Is it $10 per person?
I guess
per
so. Yeah.
Let's say if
I
it's
would
$10
assume. Yeah.
I don't know if you can get 2 tickets with one.
purchase? Because I was gonna say if you go with someone 2 times, it's worth it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. But sticking with the Jumbo Shrimp, they were just named for the second consecutive season. They were ranked in the top 25 in licensed merchandise sales across minor league baseball. So that's out of 160 teams, we're in the top 25 again. I mean, marketing. How
Okay,
amazing is
yeah.
that?
Duval.
The Jumbo Shrimp team,
Shrimp and grit.
the marketing team, the merchandise team, they are on fire.
They
with
have
the
it down.
merchandise they have.
Well, Ken Babby knows his stuff, I guess.
I mean, from the first thing I remember when they changed the name, I was like, "This is stupid. Why are they going to Shrimp?" But then when they released some logos,
Because
like
you
the
don't
logos-
understand baseball.
No, when they went from the Suns is pretty cool. But
Suns is alright.
I mean, sure.
Suns is just kind of like, it's average. It's like it's better than like Bears and Lions.
It was
like super low.
But no,
basic,
when they
but
changed, I was like, okay, how are they going to market that? And then they came out with all the marketing ideas, and then what drew me to that, like the concept was, they made hats with every local team's colors.
Yeah.
Florida State, Miami, Florida, Jaguars,
JU even.
JU, UNF.
Yeah.
Like, they did.
If you were a Suns fan, they did that with the Suns.
Yeah, they did.
Oh well, never mind then. But still,
Pretty
yeah.
sure Eric
Yeah.
has a Florida State.
I think he
Suns
does.
one,
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. But it was inevitable for this change to happen. It's if you pay attention to minor league baseball, you kind of see that trend.
Does that happen to other minor league teams?
Oh yeah, well Cam Babby, he has another team called the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Yep.
Akron's where Goodyear is, and Goodyear's tires are made out of rubber. So the Rubber Ducks. It's not like a bathtub rubber duck, but
I mean, in our division we have the Montgomery Biscuits. I mean, that's top 5 right there of all time.
there's the New Orleans Baby Cakes, another team that our
And the
players
Marlin
go
system. Yeah. The Richmond Flying Squirrels, the Lansing Lug Nuts. I mean, like
to. The
a lug
Rumble
nut, really?
Ponies.
The Modesto Nuts. I have actually a hat of that. It's an almond on my hat. It's pretty funny. Lookouts. They're also in our division.
The Lookouts
Chattanooga.
have been the most popular team, though, or maybe the Mudcats. Like, when you played minor league baseball, they had uniforms with those logos on it.
Mm-hmm. But now they're coming up with even, like, crazier, funny names, like the Lumber
The
Kings.
Intimidators. What?
That's where, I think that's where the home of Dale Earnhardt.
Yes, it is. And actually, they're changing their name.
Oh, so this is gonna happen more. Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
I'm still not used to teams
it's ahead of
changing
the
their
curve.
names.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to the teams changing.
Exactly,
names.
and they're all going to change. Oh, the Jamestown Jammers. I used to have a shirt with them. They're grapes. Jam, get it?
I was thinking jammers like music jam, like jam.
Yeah, exactly. And they usually all have like multiple
alternate
meanings,
ideas,
euphemisms. Yeah. Sand gnats. I mean, like
That's
seriously.
annoying.
The Inland Empire
69ers. Oh, 66ers. Sorry, I got excited.
Wishful thinking there, Skylar. Wishful thinking. But I mean, yeah, no, that's just like a minor league thing. It's so much better seeing like, oh wow, the Daytona Cubs. You know, it's like, oh, I wonder who they're affiliate of. Yeah, oh, the Cubs. Wow, boring. But then they changed the Daytona Tortugas.
But they're not a Cubs affiliate, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like, it's fun. It's like, oh, Tortugas. You know, you're never gonna see that in real life.
The logo's
it's like
really
backyard
cool.
sports. I mean, goodness gracious, you had the
And they
lumpy
do that.
gravies, the minty pickles, the tasty cheeses. I could go on and on about backyard
I was
sports.
to say, you know those names.
And
are
they do
hard.
that.
I'm trying to think of one.
The
I can't
scrambling
remember.
egg headers,
Tell
the
the-
awesome ostriches,
What
the
about the
kicking
most
chickens.
basic one?
Well, yeah, and then you have the melon heads and the socks. And,
The humongous
just-
melon heads, you know?
Just leave it.
And then, like, they have teams that do the humongous melon heads.
Yeah, and you could be like the little monsters or the little giants. And so, you know, they had the basic names in there too.
Red Rockets!
I want to be like, I want to be the wombats or the melon heads or the socks. In baseball, you could be
Did
the
you
socks.
have a good childhood, Mike?
I played backyard football, but not. I don't remember all the team names like Keith
Okay,
does.
you could be like, you know, they had the bombers.
They had
and
the same
all
stuff,
all the same
pretty
stuff
much.
in there. But they had the pigskins. That was the unique one for football. But I always played as like the Packers or the Jags, so it didn't really matter.
Oh yeah, no, I always play as the Jags or random teams, not as the creative teams.
Run lunch pail. Pete Wheeler or Barry Sanders right up the middle, always wide open. Randall Cunningham with the pass, dime, touchdown. Oh goodness. Anyway, moving on. Just keeping it in the local sense, the Sharks have now won 10 in a row.
Oh, impressive.
Mike still has not been to a
I've
game.
not been in a Sharks game, and I need to go.
Ever?
Never.
Ever. Wow.
The next game you need to go to, so they are on the road this weekend against the Massachusetts Pirates, which is
Weird.
kind of
Where's the
a forced name. It feels like, I don't know. It just sounds
Opposite
dumb.
Patriots, maybe. I don't
Well,
know.
Pirates do force a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, the booty. Huh.
That's
Oh no, they go collect the booty. Sorry.
yeah.
10 wins in a row. Yeah, they're on the road against the Pirates on the
they forced
13th, but
it
they're
in the
back
road.
home the week after playing the Pirates again. So that's July 20th at 7 p.m. and it's Halloween in July.
Ooh.
So you can dress up in your
Halloween costume.
Hidu Turgaloo jersey and go to a game.
Sounds scary.
Speaking of Turkaloo,
Turgaloo for
you want to go?
free.
You want to hit free agency real quick? NBA free agency.
NBA free
With
agency?
How wild it was and how much money was dished out.
Oh my god, it's amazing how this league is just turned into just like
A spending spree.
a spending spree, no loyalty, and just like how much money can you get?
Literally, I can't believe like.
And I'm not saying that in like wow, I hate the NBA. It's more of just like who can blame them.
It's evolving.
It's a player's market right now to where they control everything.
Yeah, look at like.
And ridiculous people get ridiculous contracts.
Who was it? Kawhi.
Yeah,
he signed.
PG.
Don't bring him up. Kawhi signed a 3-year deal with the Clippers, but it's really a 2+1
player option.
Because in 2
That's
years,
all they're going to do. Every good player, mark my words, every good player from now on will sign a 2-3 year contract with a player option.
For the third,
they will
fourth.
not sign a contract without a player option because they want to be able to have that, power.
So much happens like after one season in the NBA.
Like for example, like
exactly.
Kevin Durant signed a 4-year deal, 3 plus a player option for the 4th. Because granted, he's out for 1 more year. He's not gonna be able to play next year.
Exactly.
So
you get a feel for it.
He's only playing 2 years.
He can play 2 years, and if
Brooklyn.
it's like Brooklyn is falling apart or he sees another opportunity somewhere else, he's like, boom, I'm gone.
I don't know.
It's
insane.
incredible, like how we've seen this evolve, and it's just like.
If you were a player, would you want to play for more than one team? I mean, obviously, money's important. Like,
It depends on my financial status.
so you're like a top player.
So if you're asking me if I'm in Kawhi Leonard's shoes,
I guess so. I mean,
because
like,
he played for 2 teams.
well, like if you had the
Kevin Durant
option,
played for 2 teams.
say you're good enough to play for any team. Any team wants you to play for them, and so you can pretty much pick and choose.
So basically, you're saying like if I have the option to go to a team
And
that I can win a championship with next year, would I do it?
Say you were drafted with let's go with the Russell Westbrook situation.
Okay, I get drafted by Oklahoma City. They're trading away all the talent around me.
Or not resign.
Well, I mean, maybe similar to his situation, because in his situation, I'd obviously want to trade. Like,
he's about to get traded. So
but like prior,
let's just say year
PG.
1. Okay, yeah, like he is in the league for his rookie year or whatever, rookie season, whatever. But now he's put in that situation where he's losing Paul George or he lost KD and stuff like that. It's like, do I want to go somewhere else? I probably would.
I would, if I was him, I would want. I don't blame him.
But I don't think I'd want to bounce around the league. I wouldn't want to be,
Well, okay,
you don't want to be a Dwight
DJ
Howard going to
Augustine,
9
Dwight
teams,
Howard.
8
So
teams.
what about if you weren't in Oklahoma City? What if it was like the similar situation, but for the Knicks? Or
So you get drafted by the
Miami?
Knicks. You get drafted by the Knicks.
Honestly, it just depends where I'm at. Honestly,
Yeah.
like if I got drafted by the Magic and the Magic wanted to keep me for the rest of my life, I would play for the Magic.
Okay, but you were
That's a
saying
But
bias.
that's a hometown bias. But there's people that are like that. They want
Yeah.
to play for their hometown teams.
Yeah.
Kawhi wanted to go back to LA because he's from that area.
Oh, I completely.
And it's like,
I don't blame them.
I want to go home, basically.
I don't
And
blame
like,
them.
if I was here in Orlando, I would want to stay in Orlando.
No matter what.
No, there's no state tax. I'm getting
Yeah.
guap. I'm right next to Disney. Shout out to Alyssa for that.
You think they're gonna? Do you think they'll build a team around you? They'll spend the money necessary.
Shoot.
See, and that's
I mean,
what
if I'm in the
I-
league, I'm
see-
literally sitting there as a Kyle Korver just jacking threes. No, actually, I'm more like a Steve Novak, where I'm probably good for like 2 years,
3
maybe.
No,
Two,
but
three,
I said
3
you're
years,
good.
and-
I said in this situation you're good enough.
No,
to be
I'm
wanted
saying,
by
like-
it.
Okay, so
But you need like
I'd
extra
want
help.
them. Well, yeah, okay, but so I would go the Dirk Nowitzki route. I would take pay cuts in order for them to
Okay.
build a team around me because I would want to win. Obviously, winning a championship would be
In
the
my
ultimate goal.
opinion, so for example, Victor Oladipo, just bringing him up because he was drafted in Orlando, didn't work in Orlando. Goes to Oklahoma City, did not really work that well there. Then he goes to Indiana, balls out in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Amazing
want to go
talent
to a
now.
team that I would fit with. Like if I was drafted by a certain team and I don't fit that team, then I'm not sure.
Yeah, I get that. Like you want to be a fit. Like, I feel like if I was with Chicago, even though they're not a hometown team, they're obviously my favorite. There's a bias there. I would want to stay there. Just I wouldn't want any other jerseys. Let's say that they're that team I don't want to be around or something.
Yeah.
So, like, say I can't be in Chicago. Then, if it was a situation, I guess it would depend on the market I was in. If it was a cool city. But I would want to win, obviously. I think winning's more important to me than money. And I think that's kind of what KD was put into. I don't know if he thought he could win with Russell. Or do you think, well, that's a whole other topic, if you think Russell's winnable with...
I've already discussed that plenty of times before. I don't think Russell Westbrook will ever win a championship.
What about if he plays with Jimmy Butler?
If he
Well,
continues
in
to
his
play the
style.
style that he plays, no, he will not. If he learns how to let someone else take control, like a Jimmy Butler who has how many game-winning shots in the last 3-4 years, the dude can shoot the ball. The dude can play basketball basically, and he would need to recognize that, or they're not succeeding.
What about in his later years when he's not as physical, like in terms of attacking the rim, and then he is more efficient with the ball? You think he can win one then?
I don't know, because I feel like we've never seen that before.
Yeah.
We've never seen these players
He's
that are
got
like
too much
this
of
right
a Kobe
now.
mentality without the Kobe success.
Yeah, but with Kobe could still,
was good. He
dish
knew
it
it.
and do stuff like that. He could do it. I mean, obviously Russell Westbrook can pass the ball. I understand that. But, like, we've never seen this generation of basketball that we're witnessing right now. We've not seen them get to that point where it's like, what are they going to be like when they're old and, like, kind of washed up? They were talking about that on the radio the other day about LeBron. It's like, is LeBron ever going to be that guy that just comes in off the bench? Or does he call it quits before that ever happens? He says he wants to be in the league when his son comes in the league. He's got about 4 or 5 years till that ever happens. Is he still going to be the same
still in
guy?
high school?
Yeah.
So maybe like 3. What year is he in high school?
I honestly don't know, but I'm pretty sure. I think it was Hacker.
That would be insane.
Josie said like 4 years from now.
Only thing we can compare that to is NASCAR and the Griffeys, and I think obviously the Griffey's situation.
The Griffeys is one of the most beautiful ones of all time. I mean, you have who are the other ones in baseball? I can't remember.
What?
Father-son.
Father-son.
Well, they're not playing together.
no.
Like
Playing together?
Yeah, the Griffeys they were on a team together.
Well, I know that. I'm trying to think. I don't think there were any.
There's multiple, but that's the most famous one because they're such a good tandem. Like they're both good in their own rights.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about just baseball or sports in general?
Just any sports. I mean,
because now we're talking about LeBron playing with his son. So
LeBron's not gonna play with his son. I doubt it.
Were you not even paying attention when I was talking?
No, I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna retire before that. I don't think.
Well, he says he wants to play with.
He
his
wants
son.
to, but I mean, it's not. I mean, do you think
Well,
so? Let's
what
say
year is his son in? Like
his son's a junior. I want to say
junior, so he's got 3 years. You don't think LeBron's gonna be in the league in 3 or 4 years?
unless he gets a massive injury. Granted, now he's starting to break down.
I'm
or do you
curious to
think
see
he
if
was
he
just
actually wants
resting
to.
because he didn't think he could do anything with that team?
He was in the playoffs before he got hurt. Like they were primed to make the playoffs before he got hurt.
Well,
They were 16.
that's the main point because LeBron has been historically a healthy player.
Literally, this is the first injury he's
Little
had.
tiny injuries here and
Yeah,
there.
this is his
sat
first
him
missed
out
game.
4 or 5
No,
games.
this is his first major injury.
No, yeah,
So
he's
they-
missed games.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
missed games.
okay.
No, he's missed games just for rest and whatnot. But this is his first major injury.
Yeah.
And the Lakers were in playoff contention when he went down.
So
And then after he went
obviously,
down, they went to straight crap. after
yeah.
that.
So why would you rush to try to put all your effort when you get back? Like you said, they were primed to make the playoffs prior to his injury.
But that was in December. Granted, they were still early in the season.
Yeah,
December,
so
January, but
he's got plenty of rest now because he wasn't going to push it, and now he's got even better talent around him.
Yeah. But that brings me to my point. If he wants to
Keep going.
take it easy and wait till his son comes in, does he become that guy that
But,
he ends up
okay,
coming off the bench?
but my
He
question-
doesn't
Michael
have
Jordan-
to do that much
but-
this year either.
Michael Jordan never came off the bench like that.
And the problem, if he does that, he's going to get completely torn apart by people. There's no way he comes off the bench. I don't think he will. But
any of these stars, KD, can you ever see him coming off the bench? Steph, Clay, all these guys that are
I
like...
think if they know they're gonna stop, like they're going downhill, they're gonna stop playing. AKA Kobe. Kobe was not gonna go on. The
Yeah,
bench.
so like Kobe went
Depends
out like
on
that.
the
He got
mentality of
hurt.
the
He
person.
said, "F it, I'm done." But like Dirk, he
Dirk,
came off
he-
the bench. Vince
And,
Carter,
and
he's
that's
been
the
off the
thing.
bench.
It depends
forever.
on the personality of the person. If
Yeah.
they're a stubborn,
Yeah, if they're
dickhead,
humble, if they're
there's-
humble basketball
Well,
players.
They,
yeah, then they'll go on the bench. But majority
Dirk's
of them,
won a couple. Dirk wasn't in contention. I think,
Okay,
LeBron.
Vince Carter.
Well, Vince Carter, yeah, but he did he win any? So like he was always wanting to try to be part of a team to maybe potentially win one.
Orlando.
Dirk was okay with calling it quits and going off the bench because he is a good loyal guy. LeBron doesn't have to do that. I mean, he can play till when he wants, but I was gonna bring this point up too. Like with them switching up to point guard, he can control the pace of the game too. He can choose how much energy he exerts on a single play, and he can choose energy conservation that way as well. So they're also adding, in a sense, like they're reducing wear and tear. They're not adding any time, but they're reducing wear and tear over time. He's not going to have to cut as much. He's going to have Boogie and AD developing these plays and pretty much doing whatever they can do because he's not going to have to do much.
All I know is that I'm glad free agency happened this year because there is now more parity in the league compared to what it was last 7 years, where it's been
the West Coast. Yeah, the West Coast is going to be really good. East
Coast can still be really good. Depends on Westbrook where he ends up.
I mean, Milwaukee and
but I don't want to
Brooklyn.
see the Heat be good.
I think that'd be fun to watch them like that.
I don't think he'll go to Miami. It's a possibility.
I mean, they're still going to be good with Jimmy Butler anyway.
Yeah, they got Butler. Granted, Butler just can't play.
I mean, Washington's going to be terrible again.
Oh, yeah.
Charlotte's going to be even worse than they were.
So they trade Bradley Beal to Miami. How about that?
They won't do
with
that.
Russell Westbrook.
They're not going to get both. They can afford both and Jimmy Butler.
We never answered this question real quick though. Do you still think LeBron will be in the league in like 3 to 4 years? So yes,
I think so. But
you think
unless he has some
I just don't
career-ending
think
injury,
he'll be playing with his son. People are saying
no, he's not gonna. I don't think he'll be on the same team. But
it would not surprise me if it ends up that way. But I think that's what LeBron wants. He wants to play with his son.
How long his contract?
He signed a 2 year.
He signed a 4-year deal.
Oh, he signed a 4-year deal.
It's perfect timing. There you go.
So he'll
see where his son's drafted. He'll be like
the draft happens before free agency. So yeah, he could.
He could.
So there you go. Problem solved.
Or he gets drafted by like the T-Wolves.
I can't see LeBron. No, it'll go to Brooklyn again.
Chi-Town, baby. Chicago.
It'll go to
the Jameses.
They'll rig it, the lottery like they always do.
Cleveland,
and then he'll go to Cleveland, and then they'll reunite in Cleveland.
He'll go to
Miami. The NBA will literally burn down because everyone would be like freaking out about that.
When do you think LeBron James Jr. goes to Miami? Although I don't think that's his real name.
Bronny. He goes by Bronny.
Oh.
He is
Get
LeBron
it right,
James
Skyler.
Jr.
Sorry.
He is LeBron James Jr., but he goes by Bronny.
Okay.
Bronny
he doesn't want to have the same name as his dad.
Fudgy brownies.
Yeah, no, I remember that there was a.
He
was
wear number 23.
There was a post one time where it was like LeBron James Jr. decides to go by number,
by
8
Bronny.
or whatever. Yeah, so people don't associate him or people don't recognize him as much. Hey, bro, who's that guy, LeBron James Jr.? It's like, you know who the guy is. This is stupid. We're getting up there in time. I do have 1 or 2 more topics. Do we want to go with this, or do we want to go with this?
Wait, what is
bad radio? Sorry.
Oh,
guys.
the topic says what team do you want to win the most?
Okay, so a little background here. Skyler has witnessed the Cubs win a World Series. He's witnessed the University of Florida win a couple national championships.
In multiple sports.
Mike and I...
just about everything. Dominate.
Yeah.
Whatever. Shut up.
Olympic swimmers, track guys, football, baseball.
You can't name one track star for Florida right now.
Okay, well, stop at the right now. Okay, we got like Chris Rainey and Jeff Demps and so many other legends. Like, I'm just saying we have so much. It's a legacy there.
Anyway, back to the points.
We
weren't talking about that, but that's okay. Mike and I have witnessed Florida State win a national championship. We've witnessed the Magic
make the playoffs for the first time in a decade.
Yes,
and
almost
win
a championship.
And then 2 years ago, we watched the Jaguars go to the AFC Championship. And you watched the Packers win a Super Bowl. So
I have watched the Packers win a Super Bowl, and I wanted to pose the question.
Technically, seen Dale Earnhardt get some championships.
We're not on teams here, not individual.
Hey, what is it? RCR, Richard Childress Racing. That's a team.
No, I thought you were talking about River City Rogue.
Thought he won it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, but yeah, I wanted to pose the question to you guys: what team of your favorite teams would you want to see win a championship the most, and why? And I already know your answers, but go ahead. You guys discuss your answer, and I'll discuss mine.
All right. Well, we'll say it on 3.
1,
3. Jaguars.
100% the black and teal, without a doubt. I mean, think about it. We've been alive as long as the Jaguars have.
Yeah, I was conceived
our
when they were.
hometown team. Oh, you were what?
I was conceived when they were 93.
Oh my god. Okay.
The later halves of 93, just like.
All right. God, threw me off there.
Back on track.
Literally born and raised with the Jags. My first memory, I have going to the Jaguars Detroit game in the freezing cold in November. That was the first football game I went to. We won that game in overtime.
What year was that?
can't remember what year it was. It was cold as shit. That's all I remember. I don't remember what. It was late. It was November or December. I don't remember what year it was, but that was the first game I remember seeing, and never obviously or seeing in person.
Yeah.
I saw it all the time on TV, but that was the first one I saw in person. But,
Yeah.
like, I remember the first Florida State game I went to was my freshman year in college. I don't remember who the hell we played, but we kicked their ass. But
Yeah, the last game I went to for Florida State was when we lost to Florida back in 2012, and I'm never going to a game ever again.
yeah,
Because
please
the next,
don't because I remember
because the next
year
season we
won a
went
national
undefeated,
title.
so I was like, I'm never going to a game ever again. Though I do want to go to that Boise State game, but we'll
I'll
see.
be there.
Well, you go ahead, Skylar. Your take on that? I know yours was the Jaguars as well.
I gotta agree with Mike here. I've been alive same amount of time. Yeah, so obviously the passion's there. Like when my grandpa moved down here, he was a Bears fan, and when the team came, he pretty much collected all the memorabilia. We got sweaters with the original logo that got taken away. I have stuff from before the team played. I have newspapers now from like the first ever season ticket packages. I have newspaper that they get released that says, the team is coming or whatever, and all those because he saved those. And so I was raised to watch them with the passion. If he had season tickets from the inaugural year, and then I got season tickets, and then, so I've had season tickets for about 4 years now.
Yeah, so
I
it
stopped
would
them for
it
way
would mean a
different
lot.
numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm on that same train too. I would love to see Jaguars win because obviously it's here in Jacksonville where we
The
live.
parade would be so crazy, first off, and
Jacksonville, like downtown, would burn down.
I would
Well,
be,
it's already burning down with the landing, so.
yeah.
Touche. Hey, well, that would give us an excuse to light it on fire. So.
That would be perfect. Just blow it up with fireworks that say world champs and
That would be dope. But of course, my heart goes down to Orlando, where I just
where they
tasting-
seem to lack the magic,
Well, whatever. It would mean like just being such a diehard fan that I am. Like, I don't know how I would live. Just watching them win one. I would probably pass out and have to be hospitalized. But you know what? It'd be worth it.
would
because-
you go to one of those games?
Oh yeah, if we were in the
We
finals again,
and Keith talked about
Mike and
it.
I have already signed a blood agreement that we were going no matter
Like,
what.
we were talking about going to the playoff game this year, game 3 or 4, but the dates were literally the 2 worst dates they
Yeah,
could have
because it was Easter week and
Easter weekend, like, that's not going to happen.
we got screwed out of that one.
Like, we were
But
going
it's
like,
okay. We got smoked.
We got
anyway.
gentlemen
If
smoke.
I could have been in Toronto
For
to see
game
that
one?
game winner,
Oh.
you guys, I still might not have a voice. Like, oh my god, I don't care that we lost every other game. That was so dope.
You guys were 1-0 on the world champs. You guys were
We gave them
better
the first loss.
better
Yeah.
than Toronto.
First L of the playoffs from us.
You're better than Toronto in that game.
Yeah, but all right. Well, I think we've kind of tired ourselves out here. It was nice getting to see you guys again.
We didn't see you, but
Well, I think he's talking to
I
us,
was
me
talking
and
to
Skylar
you
and
two
me.
individually,
Sorry.
not the fans.
sorry.
Thank you, fans. By
We
the
like
way.
to imagine y'all. We don't know who to imagine because it's different listeners each time.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, we can imagine
Okay,
Kevin
by the
each
way, did
time.
Kevin listen to the last episode? Did he make a Twitter?
He does have a Twitter.
Oh, well, he didn't follow me, so I wouldn't know that.
Ooh, snap. Kevin, follow Mike Yazgi94.
Is it Mike? I don't even know what
Mike
Twitter has.
underscore Yazigi94, I think.
69, 23, 89.
And your Sky Chase 90.
I'm
No,
pulling-
you're
no,
Mike
it's
Yazgi94.
Mike underscore Yazgi94.
And then you're Sky Chase 94.
I believe so.
And I'm literally just at Keith Manzi.
Let's see,
So.
Skylar, you
follow
are.
those.
Follow
No,
us.
Skylar is Sky Chase 94.
That's what he said.
And,
I thought you
yeah,
said underscore.
yeah.
My
Keith
Instagram is
is-
Sky Guy.
Now, what is
904.
our Twitter handle?
Yours is
Our
at Keith
podcast,
Manzi.
not me. Our
TTP
podcast.
RCR?
Mike.
TTP RCR.
Okay, good.
Actually,
Because you guys were struggling last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it again? Yeah,
We were like 80% sure.
Yeah, you can follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook. Go check out Coastal Indoor Golf to get around in. Skylar, anything going on there?
Golf's always going on. The Open's coming up, the British Open at Royal Portrush. We just got that course, actually. So if you want to play the same course they're playing during the Open while they're playing the Open, you can only do that at Coastal Indoor Golf. So, for a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I guess. I mean, well, it's not once in a lifetime.
I was gonna
because
say, what?
We're going to be there all the whole time.
Yeah.
But they're going to...
And you get to see the amazing Skylar Chase
Yeah.
in person.
I'll be there sometimes. But also they switch up the courses, so Port Rush will be like another 4 or 5 years. So.
All right. Well.
So now you only have once in 5 year chance to play Port Rush while they play Port Rush.
Tune in now. Come in now.
Anyone wants to buy a house or rent a house, let me know.
Anybody? Well, my Chick-fil-A's closed, so you can't come see me there. Sorry, guys.
It's closed still?
Yeah.
What happened? Didn't they remodel?
Yeah, remodel takes like 6-7 weeks.
6-7 months.
So.
Or 6-7 weeks.
What's the way?
7 months.
So what Chick-fil-A are you at now?
I'm at Chick-fil-A at Roosevelt for today and tomorrow, and then next week I don't know.
You switch up every
switch
week?
stores every week?
I don't know.
Oh,
I honestly don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be at a store. I don't know if I'm going to be at our office. We shall see. But anyway, it's getting late. You guys.
Trust the process.
Always trust the process. Peace out. Episode 16 in the book.